Hi everyone, here is Akhtar and welcome back on my YouTube channel for more news on Infinite Magicraid. And today I want to talk about the raid sub coming this Friday because we have really interesting heroes in it, but also we have more news about the future banner coming, normally the January 13th. So yeah, we will have a Dragon Tribe banner on January, so probably you have to wait around 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, almost, something like this. But also this 13th of December, we will have a double legend event. That means if you summon one legendary hero, you can get another one for free, but it only occurs one time. This is really interesting. You have also great units in it, but what I'm planning to do is pulling only for 1 PT in order to get the double legend for free, and then I will save all my gems, all my summons for January, because in my opinion I don't have Hezonja from the Dragon Tribe, and Hezonja will be part of the Dragon Tribe this January. So let's have a look to the heroes in the banner. First one, this Friday we will have Slackdough from the Sunset Sages. So this is Slackdough. He is an interesting unit, but he is not that great without exclusives. He removes attribute buffs, but he needs the first exclusive in order to remove all kind of buff. If you don't have the first exclusive, you can't remove the shield, so he won't be useful in the Force Mark Tower. If you are lucky enough to have him and to have exclusives on him, maybe in the arena he can be a great nuker, because if you use him with Bizidon, for example, he deals AoE damage, he deals more damage against targets who doesn't have attribute buffs on them, and he removes all buffs before attacking using this skill, so he can deal a lot of damage. And also he can apply a raise debuff on enemies, so it can be interesting to use it in arena, especially if you use other debuffers, so Catherine won't be able to cleanse all debuffs and enemies won't have a shield and etc. on them. So he is a nice unit. Is he a must-have? I don't think. Then we have Guhana, and Guhana is a great unit. This is Guhana. I have her, I'm using her since the global launch. So 3 months, almost 4 months playing her. I'm still using her. She is a really awesome unit, because with her passive she can lower the damage reduction taken by your allies up to 12%. If you don't have exclusives on her, she will lower it by 12% only the first 2 turns and then 6%, so it's still great. She also can lower the speed of enemy by 40% and increase the speed of your heroes by 40% if you have the second exclusive. Without the exclusive, she increases the speed by 20%, and this is still great. Also, she can bring an attack up on your heroes, increase the turn meter by 20% and heal them, so she is great. And also with the basic attack she can inflict an inferior Seda wound. It can help in Gwyneth early stages, and yeah, this is still great. So she is a great unit and also a great healer, a great support to bring in the Blue Mark Tower. So she is really interesting. Then we have Alahan. Alahan is a great healer from the with the Force Mark. He can be nice in arena, maybe not in the classic arena, but in the advanced arena he can be nice because he can stun all enemies in AoE using this skill, remove all the shield, so in the Force Mark Tower he is great. Also with the basic attack he can remove 1 random buff on enemies with a 100% chance to occur, so he is one of the best units to bring in order to remove the shield of the boss in the Force Mark Tower. Then he can heal a lot, and yeah, this is a great hero. His heals are really specific, really special, because if you have a hero with full health or maybe 90% health and another hero with only maybe 10%, another one with 20%, all your heroes will have the same amount of HP as your highest hero, as your hero with the highest amount of HP at the moment. That means everybody is gonna have 90% if only one hero in your team has 90% health, so he can be the best healer in the game in some situations. So he is great. Then we have Elbec. I already did multiple videos about him. He has a great potential. In my opinion, he is not only a support but also a DPS. He can deal a crazy amount of damage if you build him with a lot of HP, crit rate and crit damage, because he deals a lot of damage based on his own max HP, and this damage can crit. That means you can deal a crazy amount of damage. If you want to see his potential, you can have a look to my videos. You will see he is great. Also, he has a passive. Every time he will use the basic attack, he will get some buffs in HP, up to 50 buffs, and he gets 3% more max HP with every buff. That means at the end of the fight, if he stacks 50 buffs, unique buffs, he can increase his max HP by 150%, which is great. My Elbec has 500k HP, and once he heal full stacked with his buff, he has 1,300,000 HP, and he hits really hard. And also he can bring a shield to all allies, and if you are lucky enough to get the first exclusive, I hope I will, you can get the ally protection, and he will protect 30% of the damage taken by all allies, so he becomes really interesting then. And finally you have Walter. Walter is one of the best poisoner in the game. He can apply a lot of poisons, he can heal when an enemy have a poison on him and it takes his turn. He can detonate, trigger the poisons up to 6 layers, so it can be really nice, and yeah, he is a great unit. If the enemies attack him, they will get poisoned, so he can apply a lot of poisons. And he is even better with exclusive. He will deal more poison damage, and his allies will take less damage from poisons. He will be immune to poisons. This is a great unit. So if you want to play a poison team, he is the best option you can have. And also if you already have him, maybe you can try to get some exclusives on him. But remember that if you don't have a Zonja, he is the best unit to bring in every content in the game. He is such a great DPS unit. You want him. Trust me, you want him. And this is why I am gonna try only to reach the PT. I am really close from the PT, as you can see right here. I need only 12 summons in order to get it, so I will keep all my summons until this January, normally January 13th. So this will be really interesting in order to get Nazil from the Dragon Tribe. Here you will get probably Nazil, you will get for sure Nazil, for sure Hezonja, and probably you will also get maybe Huff, who is one of the best units in the game. I used him in a lot of content. He is great in the Red Mark Tower, one of the best hero you can bring in so many contents. He is great. Maybe we will have Greta, which is great, and I don't know for the others. So now let's talk about the epic units. First of all, you have Kultum. She is a really decent unit. I already made some videos about her, so if you're curious you can watch them. So she can restore health of HP, she can do a really powerful thing using her passive. When an enemy falls down below 30% HP, she will bring a damage immunity on him. It works only on one ally, so be careful using it, but in many situations, against daughters in arena for example, it can save your life. In dungeons also, because imagine an enemy, he's hitting really hard on you during a wave, I don't know, she can protect your ally so he won't take any more damage, so he will survive. Also she can increase the turn meter using this mechanic, grant a shield and heal heroes, slow the attack, lower the attack of the boss and the defense, so she is a great support to bring. Then you have Reliant. She is not that great in my opinion, maybe early game, but then she lack buffs. She can increase the speed by 20% of your allies, increase the turn meter, so at the beginning of the game, early game, she can be a solution in the arena. She can bring to herself a shield and restore her HP, okay, and lower the defense, shield, but she doesn't shield all your team, so she is not that great. Then we will have Lutz here. He is not a great DPS unit. He can deal AoE damage, lower the speed, but with a bit of a piercing rate, but this is not that much. He doesn't have a crazy amount of coefficients here, so he won't deal that much damage. And finally we have Aztic. This is not Aztic. Who is Aztic? Nope. This is Aztic, I assume. Yeah, this is Aztic. He is not a great unit. He can lower the speed, and this is pretty all. He doesn't deal that much damage. He can lower the turn meter, and yeah, this is not that great. He is not a great unit. He doesn't deal a lot of damage and only brings some speed to your team, so this is not a great epic to bring. This is a food. So that was all for the video. I really hope you are gonna save if you can. 3 weeks in this game is not that much. Maybe it will lower your progression, but lower your progression during only 2 weeks and 1 or 2 days, it is not that much. Trust me, it's not a great effort to make if you can have Hezonja at the end. So I really hope you will be really lucky if you want to pull this Friday, or to wait until Hezonja banner. And yeah, this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, as usual, please like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.